Hey, this is Casey Chan, and this is 25 facts about me. Fact number 1, I'm the only one from the JK crew that isn't from Cali, and I'm from Texas. I moved out here when I was 20 to pursue filmmaking after my short stint in Florida, because I went to Full Sail University for film school. So yeah. Fact number 2, I'm a really big movie buff, fanatic person, and I have about 350, well, at one point I had about 350 DVDs under my name. Thought that was an interesting fact. Fact number 3, I wanted to be a chef before deciding to be a filmmaker. I still kind of wish I had, or well, I cook a lot on my own. I don't know, I've always liked eating growing up, and because I liked eating, I really enjoyed making food. I don't know, I like Chinese food, but then I don't know, like I guess it wasn't very romantic to be a Chinese chef. I guess like the ideal chef would be like a French chef or some sort of fusion, like that's the cool chef nowadays. Or Italian, but I guess Chinese food is my favorite, so maybe a Chinese chef, but then they're all kind of they're like frowned upon. You know what I mean? You ever go to a Chinese restaurant and it's like dirty in there and you can only imagine what's going on in the back, and it's like, that's not where I want to be. But that's the food I like, I don't know. Fact number 4, Stephen Chow's Shaolin Soccer was the deciding factor for why I pursued film. When I watched it, I thought, damn, that's a fun movie. I really wanted to make it, and I wish I had, and I wish Stephen Chow never made that movie so I could make that movie. That's how I feel about it. Actually, there's a lot of movies out there I'm like, oh, I wish they never made it because I wish I could make it. Fact number 5, I'm a black belt in Kung Fu, or no, what was it, Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. I started taking Kung Fu at the age of 6 or 5, I don't remember. And I didn't stop doing it until I was 18. I was on and off with it though. I think I grew out of it in different phases of my life, but the thing about Kung Fu and why it's so important to me now still is it was like family for me, you know, like the friends I made there, and like even though we grew apart over the years, or like, you know, there's still like that brotherhood and like that family dynamic, and you know, there's so many memories we've shared, and I think it kind of still links us together. Factor number 6, I like country music and I dislike R&B. I like country music because as a rap fan, I really liked conscious rap. I like the outlaw country music, so like Johnny Cash or Waylon Jennings. And they sung about like, you know, being poor, blue collar lifestyle. They sung about like just life in general, and keeping forward and like positive thinking. And you know, things like that really, I think, make me feel good, you know. And when conscious rap is like that, and then R&B, I'm not saying all songs are like that, but for the most part, it's like, especially nowadays, R&B is like very classless to me, and it's very just kind of like more about swag and sexiness and stuff, and that's not me. And I mean, there's a couple songs I do like. I'm not saying I don't like R&B altogether, but as a genre though, it doesn't represent something I like, so that's why I dislike it for the most part. Number 7, I like traveling, and I think I've been to about 10 different countries or about now, and I have to say my favorite country I've ever visited was Singapore, because the food was amazing. Hainan chicken, milk tea. Oh, milk tea will make another appearance on my list. Singapore is awesome. It's clean, people are nice, it's multi-ethnic, English is there, it's humid, which is good for my skin because I have eczema. Oh, eczema should be a fact. That should be a fact. I have eczema, and LA weather is not good for me. It's too dry here. Number 8, I speak Cantonese. Not very well anymore. I was fluent, and now I don't really practice, which is ironic because in LA there's a lot of Cantonese speaking people out here. I don't talk to them in Cantonese. I just speak to them in English because it's so much more comfortable. And they have an accent too in Cantonese. It sounds like a white guy, and it's kind of shameful. I don't like it, and I feel retarded. Even when I order food sometimes. And it's like Like milk tea is like my favorite drink, which is another thing that's on the list. I already said this before, but it's gonna be making another reappearance. Milk tea, I could say it over and over again and order it at any like restaurant or a cafe, but every once in a while I'll pronounce it like it's like I'm an American or something. Well, I am American, but like a white dude, you know? And it's weird. Like my muscle memory for Cantonese doesn't stay consistent and kind of goes in and out of accents, and then I don't know, it's weird. Number 9, I love food and I'll eat just about anything. Like chicken feet, I like gizzards, I'll eat liver, kidney, all the intestine type stuff, especially on tacos, like buche or lengua, or all those ones. I can't pronounce it. Tiffany can pronounce it, I can't pronounce it. But yeah. I used to have a thing for fish eyes too, growing up. Cantonese dishes, you would steam a whole fish. Like, I think it was just kind of like a fun thing to eat, you know? My parents would be like, oh, you'll improve your vision if you eat the eyeball. And it's like, as a kid, you're like, ah, cool, eyeball, you know? And you eat it, and like, it doesn't really taste like anything, you know? And I think, because you're a kid, you're like a lot more open-minded, you know? And I didn't have like that stigma of, oh, eyes are weird and disgusting, you shouldn't be eating that. So I just ate it, and growing up, I just ate just about anything. Like even on the chicken bone, I'd eat the cartilage. I don't know why. It doesn't taste like anything. Maybe it's the texture. It's a texture thing. It's like crunchy. Fact number 10, I have a brother. And he is 6 years younger than me. This might be kind of like depressing, or I don't know. I don't know if it's depressing or not, but it's kind of sad to me because my brother and I are really close growing up. Even though we're 6 years apart, sometimes I would force him to tag along with me just to go somewhere, you know, like go on a hike or like go to this or play pretend, and now you're the bad guy, no. You have to be the bad guy, or you have to be my sidekick now, and if you don't want to be my sidekick, I'm gonna beat you up. Like, that's how I wanted him to be my friend, you know, like really bad, you know. And maybe because I was antisocial too growing up, but yeah, he was like my best friend growing up. And then I think in recent years, it's like weird, like going back home seeing him, because it's like we've grown apart. Like I left when I was 18, I'm 25 now. What's the math? 7 years? I don't know. We just don't have any common interests anymore. Now we've really kind of ventured into separate beings, you know, and like without the influence of each other, we kind of don't have that bond that we shared before. And it's kind of sad, you know, but I guess, you know, you gotta grow up sometime, and you know, you gotta live your life. Fact number 11, I always pass out on planes before they take off. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm bored, and you know, you're waiting like 15 minutes, you know, you're just kind of like